Man, got around. OGSILVERBACK here. And welcome back to the channel, guys. And today, I'm going to try something a little different, man. For those of you, I don't want to say you're a soft or farter, you're a sorry boy, or you're Pollyanna. I don't want to say nothing disrespectful. Because I understand you haven't been behind the walls. You haven't seen the travesty, dude. The demonic entities, the sodomites and the perverted demonic, sadomasochistic motherfucking killers, man, that have no conscience. Heck, I even think they have no soul. So I understand when you come from a paradigm of,
hey man, you're always talking about booty and grape and man, but talk about something positive, man. Talk about school, education, working, fellowship, kumbaya, and s'mores cooking and marshmallow cooking.
Okay. And I hate I had to make that impression of your voice, but this is how I feel. And I was talking to my lovely girlfriend today, Yoni. I love her very much. She's so pure of heart, dude, and innocent of spirit, dude. I've never met a woman like her, man. I'm not trying to say all women have a hidden agenda, but when I've found guys in my travels, I've been to over 10 different countries, bro. Beautiful women are the same all over the world, dude. They have an agenda to use their beauty to get resources from you, dude, and to practice a dual mating philosophy. So what's the dual mating philosophy? This is what beautiful women do, man. I'm telling you guys. Most beautiful women are alpha widows. What does that mean? Normally, dude, they're an alpha widow because a guy like me don't give a fuck about shit. And I'm just trying to bust some nuts. So they're attracted to my masculinity and my savagery, bro. And what happens is, dude, they choose the alphas, dude. Now, I'm not saying I'm the alpha, but, dude, I'm alpha in my fucking sphere and in my community, dude. I run shit. And the guys that follow me know I lead by example. And so they attracted to the alphas, and let me tell you something, they make rules for betas and they break rules for alphas. So they'll go ahead and have sex with me in the car, in the men's bathroom, in the elevator, in the movie theater, in the fucking park. All this fucking shit. And you betas, they make you take them out for 9 months or 9 dates or fucking get their hair done, pay their car note, pay their apartment rent, all this fucking shit. And then when they get tired of getting ran through by the alphas, because once they hit 30, they recognize that the alphas want the young girls, man, 18, 19, 20, 21, right? Because you want the fresh, untainted, the JJ, right? So they recognize they hit the wall. So what they do is they fall for the betas. They fall back on the betas like an insurance plan. But here's the problem. And I'm not nothing against betas, bro. It's okay to be a beta buck, but I'd rather be an alpha fuck. Here's why. You put them in a nice house, you give them a nice car, bro. Maybe even you put them through college, dude. You make sure they got food on the table, money in their bank account. Heck, you might even, man, adopt their kids that aren't even yours. You do all this good dude thing, bro. You got life insurance, medical insurance, bro. You invest in the stock market. You're a good old dude. Golly gee, you're paying your taxes and everything, going to work, going to church. Golly gee willikers, right? Mom's apple pie and milk. Hey, beaver cleaver, all that. And then, dude, she goes on these fucking girls' trips and she gets blown out by alphas that don't give a fuck, but she's attracted to them on a carnal level, man. So that's the dual mating strategy. They lock you down, you betas down for a life insurance policy because you're going to be with them when they're old and their beauty fades and they hit the wall. Nobody else wants them, the alphas at least. And then they take you beta, man. They marry you, man, and they use you for your resources. Then they take these girls' trip, whether it's once every 3, 4 months, every 6 months, once a year. It don't matter. When a woman takes a girls' trip, she's getting her back blown out in these exotic countries or even in Vegas by these alphas. And she's coming home to you, and you getting sloppy second, thirds, fourths, and fifths. You kissing her after she been throat goating a bunch of alphas in the ass to mouth. You sorry, motherfucker. So I'm not saying this video is for you guys, but what I'm saying, I'm going to try something different because you guys are always talking about you want some positivity. So this is how it works on YouTube, guys. If you guys really like positive videos, like man butt videos, you want positive videos, You show your support by A, thumbs up in the video, B, leaving a comment. Hey, great video, OG. Hey, we like these type of videos. Hey, bring more of these type of videos. And C, you make sure you're subscribed and you hit the notification all bell because YouTube's been unsubscribing people. And last but not least, you share the video. If you like positive messages, you share the video. And that lets your boy know that you want this kind of positivity. So I'm going to try this today. So without further ado, man, for all of you guys who believe in fairy tales and rainbows and puppies and kitty cats and goldfish and shit, that life is fair and everybody plays fair and everybody's got a good intentions for you, this video's for you. The topic of today's video, guys, is the 5 best ways to stay out of maximum security prison, even if you're a gang member, dude. And I want to share this with you guys, man. I've been part of programs inside of prison and outside of prison. And I've been part of Scared Straight. I've been part of educating guys one not to be in gangs. I've been part of speaking in colleges and community centers, man, and schools to youngsters, man, to avoid the life of crime and robbery and selling dope and all this fucking bullshit that the rappers perpetuate this lifestyle. But what they don't tell you, man, and I'm not trying to be racist or canceled, but most of the rap labels are owned by Jewish investors, man. They tell the rappers what type of music to put out, the type of music that feeds the incarceration of you young dudes, man. Because most prisons now are private. It's called Prison Industry Authority. It's an industry. And they're making money off of you dudes trying to be dope dealers, man, and murderers and jackers and kidnappers, but they don't tell you. Most of the guys you look up to, and I'm not trying to talk about Big Meeks and all your fucking heroes, but a lot of dudes work for the feds, bro. If you really look underneath the hood, how a dude gonna be selling dope for 10, 20, 30 years, successful big baller, keys from Panama, dude, in Colombia, and he ain't never been busted, man. He's working for the Fed. He's an undercover DEA agent, dude. Trust me, I know. So without further ado, I'm going to go in reverse order, man, and this is from what I've experienced living among gang members, hiring gang members, shooting gang members, fighting with gang members, being incarcerated with gang members, dude. This is what I know for a fact, helping guys to leave the gangs and square up. And the hundreds of letters and emails I get from gang members that change their life saying the square life is the way to go. This is what I know. I'm sharing this with you because you guys want some positivity. Here's number 5. If you're in organized crime, dude, go into the witness protection program. Because if you're in organized crime like the Mafia, Nuestra Familia, the Mexican Mafia, hey, man, some of these street gangs, bro, down on the level where you guys see, you just see a bunch of youngsters running around like torpedoes. But at the higher levels, hey, man, some of them is organized drug rings, bro. They be bringing in drugs from Colombia and Panama, dude, and Mexico, bro. And overseas, dude, they part of big sex trafficking rings, human trafficking. Hey, man, you know me, the rabbit hole goes very deep, guys. It's not, don't believe everything you see. It's just not youngsters with saggy pants. Sometimes they're higher up, especially like Nuestra Familia, the Mexican Mafia, and the Mafia, the Chinese Mafia, the Vietnamese Mafia. Hey, man, they on some way organized international type-ish. So I would suggest you go into the witness protection program, man, so you can just get out of life of crime, because what's going to happen, they're going to end up getting you life in the Pinta homes. You live in this type of life, you're going to end up in maximum security prison. And I'm not saying that's the worst that can happen. There's worse things like getting life in prison, dude, or getting the death penalty. You ain't never getting out. I think that's worse. I went to maximum security prison. I've experienced some horrors. But thanks to Almighty God, I was able to come out, man, and I'm free. I'm traveling the world, doing positive things. But I know a lot of cats went to maximum security prison. Either A, lost their life, or B, took somebody's life, or C, bro, end up getting a death penalty. Here's number 4. Move out of the country. Like, go to Mexico, dude, or Belize, dude, or the DR, or Brazil, or Colombia, or Venezuela. See, you don't even have to leave the continent, man. See, what you got to understand, America is a big place. The continent of America, you got North America, you got like Canada there, and you got the United States, And then you got Central America, and then you got Southern America. So if you're afraid to leave the continent, hey, man, go to Mexico. A lot of cats can disappear in Mexico, man. You can get fake IDs, fake social security numbers, fake birth certificates, man. Just move out of the country, dude. Just get the fuck out of Dodge, Holmes. Because otherwise, man, let me tell you something. If you move to Mexico or Venezuela or Colombia or Brazil or any of these countries, while you may think there's some danger, there's danger anywhere. But here's the danger. If you stay where you at, you're going to end up either dead or in the prison wishing you was dead. Because if you got life in prison, bro, it's worse than fucking death, bro. Because you walk around, you're a dead man walking. All you're going to see the rest of your life is smelling man butt and bussy and hearing dudes getting their butt cheeks taken, bro. And throat goat and hearing dudes gagging on other dudes' swipes and their baloney ponies, man. You don't want that. Come on, man. Especially a young dude. There's too many beautiful women, dude. And even if you buy, bro, you can be bi in different countries, bro. They got a lot of these fucking lady boys and transvestites and transgenders. The LBGTQYZF, that shit's spreading all over the globe, man. Except I know one thing for sure. They ain't playing that shit in Africa. They executing motherfuckers. So anywhere else, like I said, Central America, South America, man, the fucking Caribbean islands, bro. You can go over there, man, and swing both ways, bro. But you don't need to be locked up to do it. Here's number 3, bro. Apply for work in another state, man. And here's how it goes, man. Like, you know, whatever your skill set, let's say, you know, you don't have a college degree. I'm going to speak to all spectrums of education. Let's say you don't have a college degree. You just dropped out of high school, whatever. Get your GED. They're going to ask for that. But then you can apply to be a janitor or a dishwasher in another state, dude. You just apply, man, and you move there, man. You can be like me, man. Like I used to live in my car, man. And then when I was homeless, dude, you can live in a homeless shelter, bro. Like, dude, there's so many different options, and it's a different way of life instead of that gang life. Even if you're making money, you got cars and women's homes and highness homes, and you think you got some power. It's a false sense of power because it's all temporary. This whole life is temporary. All I'm saying is, when you have temporary, you want to experience the best that you can experience, and that's not illegal activity. Trust me, no matter how much money, power, women you have, it's the wrong kind of women. It's the hood rat, hoochie mamas, who when you get incarcerated, they going on to the next baller. They're not going to support you. So apply for work in another state, and then especially try to get a company that's going to give you what's called a relocation fee. And here's for the next one, man, number 2. Apply for colleges in another state, dude. So some of you gang members, man, and you criminals, man, you know, you've been lied to because, you know, your OG homies, homosexuals who want to give you love from the homies when you go behind the walls. They don't have any talent or skills. Some of them can't even read and write. I remember I was in prison. I used to have to read letters for some silly illiterate motherfuckers. Can't even read the letters. This is back when we got letters. They can't even read their own letters, man. And I used to work in this thing called pre-release program where I used to teach dudes how to read and write ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. A lot of your OG homies is illiterate. And here's one thing I want to leave you with on this, number 2. Be careful who you follow, dude. You know, we all want to follow somebody to teach us how to be a leader, to teach us how to be great, to teach us how to be a manly man. I got it. But when you follow the dude, this is the number 1 thing you want to look at, dude. Does he have the type of lifestyle that you want to emulate? And emulate is just a big word for that you want to copy, that you want to have. If he doesn't have a lifestyle that you want to have, like you can't visualize yourself being in that dude's shoes, then don't follow him. If he can't read and write and all he can do is shoot up dope homes, shoot up some black and nod out slobbering and shit homes and committing crimes and sending you on torpedo missions homes, and he's in and out of the Pinta. Hey, man, what kind of life is that, dude? Like, if you're a young Vato, you're a young brother, you're a young white dude, Asian dude, don't waste your youth following some old fool who's basically a homosexual. And there's nothing wrong being a homosexual, but if you're not a homosexual, you like women, you like highness, you like bitches, don't follow this dude, man. And here's number 1. Join Job Corps in another state. Let's say, you know, you don't have any valuable skills, like you can't be a janitor or dishwasher like I was before, dude. You can't work construction like I did before, Vato. You don't have any skills. You didn't graduate from college, so you can't even go. You didn't graduate from high school, so you can't apply for colleges. The number one is for you. Join Job Corps, man, and to go to apply for another state. They have programs where you can go to a whole nother state, not another city, because then it's somebody's easy to find you. But you go to a whole nother state. And here's what's called a baker's dozen. The baker's dozen is like when you go to get some donuts. You basically get a dozen donuts, but a baker's dozen, they normally give you 12, just in case one of the donuts is burnt or it's too hard or whatever. You can't complain because you got additional donuts, so it's called a baker's dozen. They appreciate your patronage or you spending money with their organization or with doing business with their establishment. So this is a baker's dozen, so I'm going to call it 0. Most importantly, you do a 180-degree turn in your life and you become a nerdy square. You've been sold a lie, youngsters, that it's hip to be fucking a gangster and a mobster and sagging your pants, dude, and smoking weed and taking lean and doing crystal meth and ecstasy, dude, and fentanyl and selling drugs. Like, you've been sold a dream because you've been sold a false dream. It's actually a nightmare because you don't know no better. I'm here to tell you the truth, dude. What's beyond the fog and the smoke and the mirrors, dude, is a life of incarceration with a bunch of big, muscular, stinky, funky homos that want to turn you into a homo. Why? If you don't believe me, the reason that Fleece Johnson was a big-time booty band and booty warrior, he went to prison when he was a teenager and he got turned out, bro. So it's a vicious cycle. Once you had your butt cheeks busted and ripped open, dude, and you're prolapsing and you survive that, you grow up to be the perpetrator. It's just a cycle, dude. Why do you think there's so many chomos, man, and child molesters? They've been molested as kids. And they didn't get psychological counseling like me, dude. I'm breaking the cycle of violence, man. So I want to give you some quick takeaways from here, man. The main thing is you want to either move out of the country, move out of the state, dude, whether you do it through work, school, Job Corps program. And you guys might say, hey, OG, I don't know how to do it. I'm going to give you some action items. And I'm going to tell especially gang members how you do it. You go out of your way to get into a fight in the store. Like, hey, Holmes, you're going to get a 40-ounce, Holmes, or you're going to get some MD 2020, dude, or some Night Train, whatever you guys is drinking now. I don't know. But you know, you go down to the corner liquor store, man, and then purposely, like, bump into a dude. And when he says something stupid, bust the ball upside the head, just start stomping him, Holmes, until the proprietor calls the cops. And then when the cops come, resist arrest, right? So they're going to beat you down and spray you. They're going to take you and arrest you, Holmes, and put you in the county. But then what happens once you leave the county, dude? Because the county, they normally let you out at 1, 2 in the morning. Your family got to come get you like that. Don't call your homeboys. Don't even tell your homeboys you've been arrested. Your other homies will tell your homosexuals that you got arrested for you beating some fool down, Holmes. You broke that vato off, Holmes, right? You beat him down, Wood. You busted you split his wig, right? Hey, man, when they let you out the county, man, you just up and leave, dude. Like, even if you haven't been applying for jobs in other states, but I'm going to tell you how you got an exit plan. You start applying for jobs in other states, schools, Job Corps programs, this and that. Research other countries you can leave and go to, man, whether you can drive there or whatever. And then you just up and bounce, man. You don't even tell your family, dude, because the less your family knows, the better. Because sometimes the gang members go after your family. They be like, hey, Holmes, where's Jesus? He's supposed to take this paqueta and deliver it, Holmes. Hey, he got arrested. You know, he bust this dude upside his head and then he got locked up. We don't know what happened. So then your family got to pass because they don't know because you didn't tell them. You just up and bounce. And then sometimes, fellas, you can't even contact your family because why? You keeping them safe, dude. Because the less they know, even if the gang members try to torture them, they don't have any information. Then the other gang members that heard you got arrested are going to say, hey, Holmes, they don't know nothing. They don't know nada. You know? No mas. Hoto, stop. They don't know nothing. And then your family got to pass, and then it's just like in the movie Shawshank Redemption. You move to another country, man, and you just live there and you square up. You already know how to be a gang member, a gang banger, Holmes. You already know how to be a badass, tough vato. You already know how to be a bad boy. Hey, in this life, dude, that's why I be putting on my channel different things from my acting schools, different acting schools I've been to, and you guys talking about I do grade B movies or whatever. How many movies have you done? And it's not even about the greater movie I've done. I'm expanding my boundary. I'm going outside of my comfort zone. I'm trying new things. You only got one life. Whether you believe you're coming back as a turtle or a fish or as a hyena or as a presidente of another country, or are you coming back as a fucking animal? I don't know. All I know is here in this life, hey man, try different things. Check out your options. So if you like the realness and the rawness and the educational value of this video, you like positivity, motherfuckers, thumbs up the video, man. You know, give it a like. And most importantly, leave a comment. Hey, Holmes, I like this kind of videos, Holmes. Hey, brother, we like these videos, brother. Hey, my man, that was some good shit, though. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you for making these videos like this. And then most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification all button, and most importantly, share. And so until next time. Oh, before I go, guys, you guys asked for it. I'm gonna make videos about the real truth about Big Herc 916. What I know about, I know him personally, dude. Man, I used to hang with Big Herc. We used to be really tight until he showed his funny side. He's a funny style motherfucker. I'm gonna make a video about that. I'm gonna make a video about the real Nate Dogg 916, the blood. The killer blood, man, the Crip killer. What he's really like in real life. I'm gonna make a video about Dirty 916, the Sacramento blood dude. But first and foremost, I gotta go to immigration because I'm getting ready to move to Thailand and then Guam and Vietnam to see where I like, which parts of Southeast Asia I like, which got the most martial arts for me. Because you guys come in here talking about making comments. Oh, man, I watch you kickboxing and then don't get in the fight. They're going to kill you, OG, because you ain't got no rhythm and you twerking and all this silly shit, man. I only got 3 questions to ask you. Number 1, did you know, man, when I made the kickboxing videos that I got up at 4 a.m., fasted, I was on low carbs and I ran for 2 miles and then I went and I did HIIT, which stands for high intensity training, which is just like a lot of fucking plyometrics. And then I went to fucking flow yoga in the heat. And then afterwards, I had either a judo session or jiu-jitsu session prior to the kickboxing you had me doing. Number 2, do you know that when you're doing kickboxing for cardio, you don't have to hit the bag hard. You don't have to kick it with speed and power. It's just burning calories, man. It's just momentum, dude. And number 3, you silly motherfuckers, are you actually training yourself? And here's what I want to say. This is a positive thing. When I get to where I'm finally going, like I said, I'm going to hit these other 3 countries, man, to see where it is I want to be permanently housed in Southeast Asia to practice martial arts and Zen Buddhism and ascend to a higher level where I can be meditating on carpets and shit, because that's what I believe. Once I get there and I got my citizenship visa, I'm going to make these videos telling you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So then if people want to come after me, they can't prevent me from going to other countries. Because one thing about haters and trolls on YouTube, they got a way of fucking off your program, dude. I learned that from Crazy Nick from Crazy Stories, man. So now, dude, I'm being calm about it. And here's the third reason. Hey, man, that OBS software studio, man, that shit is hard as a motherfucker. So I got other priorities right now, man. Get my visa intact. Get the fuck out of here. Train for my fights, bro. Find a good place, you know, hit these other 4 countries, see which ones I like the best. And then once I get settled, I'm going to start doing the reaction videos telling you about Big Herc 916, Nate Dogg 916, and Dirty Weather 916, so you guys can know. And also, I'm going to tell you the real truth about your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. And one thing all 4 of them have in common, I'm going to leave with this. All them motherfuckers is from Sacramento. And I'm not saying anything bad from Sacramento. I'm just telling you there's a commonality. I lived in Sacramento. I lived in Oak Park, Del Paso Heights, North Highlands, and Rancho Cordova, motherfucker. So I know Sacramento. I know the gang culture. And one thing that all these 4 fake motherfuckers got in common, they all from Sac. So I'm going to leave it at that. So until next time. OG Silverback. Oh.